Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York and I'm here in beautiful Atlantic City on the Boardwalk. It is a beautiful but chilly windy day here on the Boardwalk. Gonna go over to the Convention Center, or Boardwalk Hall as it's known as now, the Jim Wheelan Boardwalk Hall. They're doing something called the Festival of Trees, kind of like a corporate sponsorship. All these businesses, including the hotels and casinos, they adopt a tree, if you will, and then the trees are auctioned off, ornaments and all. Let's go check it out. This is the 8th annual Deck the Halls. Festival of Trees turns Jim Wheelan Boardwalk into a winter wonderland with dozens of sponsored decorated trees. There's free public viewings every day through January 3rd while Boardwalk Hall is open. Now, last year I read that these trees, or at least their ornaments, were auctioned off at the end of the showing, and proceeds going to charity. I haven't seen that anywhere in the information on the internet this year. I'm sure it's still the same, but I'm not quite sure. But regardless, they are corporate-sponsored trees, and some of them are really beautiful. As you can see, they're doing some renovations to the boardwalk during the off-season to make the summer season more pleasant. Thomas Company is a metal fabrication company responsible for lots of projects around this town, including some of the signage that you see on the exterior of these buildings, those huge signs like the Hard Rock. Aqua is a wastewater treatment facility here in town, hence the toilet paper rolls and recyclables for ornaments. This is Borgata's tree, and a lot of the ornaments are signed by team members. Borgata is a beautiful gold color during the day, and at night it turns a beautiful purple. The gifts at the bottom have all their restaurants and lounges names on them. Hughes Electric Company is responsible for a lot of the electrical projects here in town, including most of the hotels and casinos. They're using electrical switches and plugs for ornaments, and the tree has a family vacation theme. Tito's Handmade Vodka sponsored this tree. I didn't have to do too much research on them, and I like their little bottle cozies for ornaments. This tree is sponsored by the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino. By the way, you guys have a homework assignment. I want you to comment on your favorite tree when the video's over. Hey guys, don't forget, subscribe, thumbs up, share it on your social media, and click on that super thanks button. I do appreciate your support. Here we have a tree by Garden State Moving and Storage. They use little packing crates for their ornaments, and I would have used packing tape for garland. This tree represents the 3 Caesars properties in town: Caesars, Harrah's, and Tropicana. This tree is sponsored by the folks over at Hydrangea Trail at Gardner's Basin. More about this project coming this spring. I'm going to do a video on them. I like the decorated shells at the bottom. Encore helps out a lot of companies when they're setting up over at the Atlantic City Convention Center. Atlantic City Electric provides all the electricity this town needs to light up the boardwalk at night, cool down those rooms in the summertime, and keep those slot machines running. Platinum Productions is responsible for a lot of shows in town, including those right here at the Boardwalk Hall. I like the Hard Rock tree. They're using records, old cassette tapes, and let's see, mirrored disco balls, and musical ribbons, and actually the guitar ornaments, I bought a couple of those over at Hard Rock. They're on my tree right now at home. The folks over at Coca-Cola always have a nice setup here every year. Again, this is the 8th annual Festival of Trees, and they're a huge sponsor. Now I'm thirsty. Light 96.9, obviously a local radio station. The Oakview Group owns and operates the Atlantic City Convention Center. Did you know the AC Convention Center hosts 500,000 visitors annually, and at 1 million square feet, it is one of the East Coast's largest convention centers. This tree is sponsored by the CRDA, or Casino Reinvestment Development Authority. They promote Atlantic City as a prime tourism destination. CASA, or court-appointed special advocates, make sure that children are safe if they need to be removed from their homes. MAC is the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Many of those basketball games played right here at the Boardwalk Hall. Vista is yet another convention service company. Needless to say, the convention center brings a lot of people to this town all year round. 11th Floor Creative Group is a marketing and video content company. Video content. Something I know a little bit about with this hobby of mine. The Herman Goldner Company keeps our casinos cool in the summer and warm in the winters. Environmental Design makes sure all the buildings around here are free from asbestos and lead and have good air quality and free from all that nasty toxic stuff. Concord Engineering is obviously involved in a lot of engineering projects here in town. Not just the hotels and casinos, there's a lot more to Atlantic City than that. As you can see, a lot of these sponsors are behind-the-scene people who keep this town running. Atlantic Shore's Offshore Wind is using seashells and pinwheels for their ornaments. Here's a Jack Daniels tree. I don't know, between Tito's, Jack Daniels, and Coke, I'm really getting thirsty. We whiskey you a Merry Christmas. This tree is sponsored by the New Jersey State PBA Local 24, determined to keep Atlantic City's citizens and tourists safe. This is the AFL-CIO tree. There's several trees represented by unions here. We're going to check them out right now. Local 322, plumbers and pipe fitters. Local 917, theater and stage employees. I love how they have these little elves on the shelves actually decorating the tree. Very creative, but what else would you expect from theater people? Local 277, a painters union. Local 255, a carpenters union. All wooden ornaments, no plastic or glass here on a carpenter's Christmas tree. Nothing gets past me. I like how the Grinch is behind the tree with a carpenter's saw ready to cut it down. Local 68, an engineers union. Local 351, an electrical workers union. This tree is sponsored by the DEDC, an electrical engineering design company. KHS&S designed some very fancy interior and exterior building features. At first I thought Island Therapy was a massage therapy organization, but in fact they're a cognitive behavioral therapy organization. I could probably use a little of both. Note, their ornaments are all places that used to be here in Atlantic City. Not sure who sponsored this tree. All it says is visit Atlantic City. Not a bad idea. I believe Smart City Networks is a telecommunications company. Calvi Electric Company is another electrical engineering company here in town. That's a big plug. Falaska Mechanical, yet another company making sure all the air conditioners and boilers are working in these huge buildings. And that's pretty much it, guys, for the 8th annual Festival of Trees here at the Jim Whelan Boardwalk Hall. I really like that theater union tree with the elves on the shelves actually decorating the tree, and I also like the Hard Rock tree. Which one was your favorite? Leave a comment below. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy holidays.